I did not know this was the trope I needed to read, and I am so happy that I discovered it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I posted 3 book reviews for the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. If you want to hear more about the other books, then I'll link those videos in the description below or on a card. Today we're going to be talking about the last book in the series called Redeemed. Before we start, I should say a quick spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about specific scenes and my favorite moments in the book. Also, content warning. This book discusses injury, miscarriage, drug use, abuse, depression, and trauma, so just keep that in mind before reading. Let's get into Chloe and Santiago's story in Redeemed. Santiago and Chloe's story is a fake dating trope, which this trope was so good. I did not know this was the trope I needed to read, and I am so happy that I discovered it because it is so cheesy, so funny, and I absolutely love it. But before we get to the good stuff, I should say I thought I was gonna catch a break from this book after reading Wrecked with Jax's intense and emotional and beautiful story. Boy, was I wrong. Right off the bat, Santiago makes a mistake that he believes destroys his career as an F1 driver. He decides to hide away from the world and lives alone in this small town in Lake Como in northern Italy. Chloe lives in New York and she has had a rough life. She has a mother who abuses drugs. She has never met her father. She doesn't have much money. She's kind of just, you know, making it day by day. I have so much respect for Chloe because she is so positive and she continues to be ambitious, and she has this drive that I absolutely admire. For her birthday, Chloe's best friend Brooke buys her an ancestry kit. Chloe does the kit and she finds out that her father lives in Lake Como in northern Italy, so she decides to fly out to meet him. When Chloe arrives, she learns that her father works in this little cafe and he owns this big beautiful home. She decides to visit his home one evening, but she notices that he has guests over. She goes through the neighbor's lawn. She goes through the side to look over the fence to, you know, see her father, and while she's on the neighbor's side is Santiago's house. Santiago is so angry because he thinks that she's a reporter or paparazzi trying to harass him. And he says, you know, like, what are you doing here? Like, who sent you? She gets scared because she's like, I don't know who you are, like, what's going on? She ends up running off, but she drops her phone in the grass, so she has to go back when no one's home to get her phone back. So while she's in Santiago's house, she's looking around to find the phone and no one's home. But then Maya, Santiago's sister, appears and she's like, oh my gosh, Santiago, who is this woman? And Santiago says, she's my girlfriend. And oh my god, this was just literally, this is the peak. This was the start of something and it just kept going up from there. It was so funny because Maya then says, oh my goodness, like, you kept your girlfriend from us, you have to tell us how you met. And they make up the most bizarre story. I won't tell you guys because I don't want to spoil it for you because it is so funny. It is so worth reading. Like, it was so funny. I was telling my friend Brooke, it's funny because there's a Brooke in this book, but then I also have a friend named Brooke, but I was telling Brooke about their how they met story, and it was so funny. We were both laughing so much when I was explaining it to her. And what was so bizarre was the fact that Maya and Noah just bought the story. Like, they didn't even question it. They were like, oh, that's so cute. Maya and Noah, they had showed up unexpectedly because they wanted to leave their son Marco with Santiago for a few weeks because Maya needed a break because she had had a miscarriage. And so her and Noah thought that it would be best to take some time away and be together off grid. Chloe ends up helping Santiago with Marco because Marco also loves Chloe, and Marco is such a cute kid. He calls Chloe Princess Chloe. When he was feeling sick, he asked to sleep in between Santiago and Chloe. As the story goes on and their fake relationship continues, there's soon a spark and it turns into a real relationship. Chloe loves embroidery and she enjoys stitching wildflowers because she says that there's something beautiful about the chaos of wildflowers. Santiago says that the wildflowers remind him of her because those who see beauty in chaos also see flowers instead of weeds, and that's a gift in a world like ours. And I thought that was so poetic. There's a full circle moment at the end of the book that relates to wildflowers that I just absolutely love. Chloe said, "Life is about creating the memories that matter while forgetting the ones that don't." I loved this quote so much. And then one of the last quotes was, "Life isn't about chasing the rush anymore. It's about wanting to slow down and enjoy every single second because I don't want to miss a thing." Come on, that's beautiful. Overall, I honestly loved this book and I thought it was a really great way to end off the series. It was just so bright and it gave me a lot of hope because Chloe's character, she's just this bundle of joy, and although she had a rough childhood and a rough start to life, she still found happiness within everything she did. And even though Santiago was hit pretty hard and he was knocked down and he faced a mistake that he believed was career ending for him, Chloe still gave him that hope and positivity and love. I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little series of book reviews for the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. Make sure to go check out the books. I'll link them in the description below. Comment down below any book recommendations or book related videos you want to see on this channel. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and until next time, I will see you later.